When you came out, I felt like I was
The only one.
I felt like we were the only ones. You were the only gay person in Provo, Utah.
I remember that too.
Which made me feel, as a mom, really, really alone.
I believe that we can move the community to better understand these kids and their families, and that we can help them have a safe place to be, a place where they don't have to leave their families and move somewhere different.
My name is Andrew. I'm a theater student at UVU. Most of my closest friends are gay, and I just think this is a resource and a support system that's vital here.
I'm a trans woman. I've been in this area for 5 years out, and I have seen a lot of people be terrible to other people, and I want to try and change that.
I had a very close friend of mine for a lot of years who came out, and I was his only support he had for quite a bit of time. And we were both brand new, back from our missions in 2011, going to BYU, and I did my best I could. I don't know if I did as well as I could have, so here I am.
I think that Provo should be the best place to grow up an LGBTQ child because we do community so well. But it's the hardest place. Suicide is now the leading cause of death for young people in Utah, and the suicide rate has tripled since 2007. There was a period of 11 days where every single day there was an LGBTQ suicide in Utah last summer. There's messaging that's telling these kids, you're not okay. These are kids who feel like God doesn't love them, their parents won't understand, their community won't understand who they are. The reason for Encircle is to keep youth alive. I was raised right here in Utah County. I grew up Mormon. I got married in the Mormon temple. I'm an attorney. I have 6 children. Been married for 20 years. I guess you could say I'm the all-American Mormon. At BYU, I was a family science major. And back then, I would have told you that gay marriage would destroy the country. I might have thought that it was evil to be homosexual, but life changed and experiences changed me. We spent a year prior to opening trying to figure out how can we fit into our community rather than being something that is butting up against the community and their beliefs. We want to support who the community is, meet them where they are, and help us all progress and become better.
So we have 3 main projects that we're going to do today.
We've been open for 6 months, and we've already trained 350 volunteers. A lot goes on every week at Encircle. Monday nights, we bring in speakers. Lunch with Lisa is on Tuesday, and the idea with that is to bring parents to sit around the table and talk about their children and the struggles they're having and the successes they're having. We have 11 support groups a week, anything from lesbian support group to transgender support groups. The idea behind Encircle is to give these kids a safe space to be so they can grow up and have time to think about who am I, who do I want to be.
I have great respect for Stephanie taking a tremendous risk, saying that I'm going to go walk with these LGBTQ people. I'm going to go out there and put a physical location together in Provo as sort of a symbol of the House of Healing. It starts a lot of thoughtful discussions where people then, perhaps like me and others, are saying, I need to understand more about this issue. I can't just keep it in my nice, tidy box and live in my bubble. Prior to becoming an LDS bishop, I let other people define for me what LGBTQ people were. A wonderful mother posted a picture of her teenage gay LDS son, and she talked that he committed suicide the day before. I felt called from God to go serve these LGBTQ youth.
When I was running for student body president, an account was made about me being gay and how I shouldn't be president. And the caption says, whatever you do, don't vote for Michael Gaywalter. We don't want our school being run by a faggot. And I remember seeing the screenshots of what he had posted, and my heart immediately dropped. And I'm like, why would anyone feel justified to say this whatsoever?
There was a time when we were really worried about Michael's safety. And when he would go out driving, there was always the thought in my mind that he might not come back. And I would text him, where are you? And he would say, I'm at Encircle. And I would instantly stop worrying. That pit in my stomach would go away instantly. I knew that he was safe. I really feel like Encircle literally saved his life.
We will never tell any of the youth who they should be. We will never say, you should stay in the church, you should leave this community. Our approach is, you need to be who you need to be whole. And they need to look inside of themselves and say, this is where I will find happiness, and this is where I will be whole and complete.